Hello and Sat Sri Akal. Today's video is on why you should not use the APRC on a mortgage quote to compare mortgages because it's mostly meaningless. APRC stands for Annual Percentage Rate of Charge and should not be confused with APR. APR stands for Annual Percentage Rate. The APR is the amount of interest you'll pay on an outstanding debt per year, and in comparison, APRC shows you the total cost of a mortgage, including fees, over the entire term of the loan, usually 25 to 30 years. Considering the APRC, in my opinion, is a waste of time, as it's a rate that you'll, in most cases, never have to pay, so it's meaningless. If you had a fixed rate, as an example, at 3.49% for 2 years, and then the rate it reverted to afterwards was 4.74, the APRC would be around 4.3%. So why is this mostly meaningless? You never pay 4.3%. It's an average rate over the entire term. You're highly likely to remortgage long before the full term ends. Also, the rate it reverts to, the standard variable rate, is likely to move anyway. What you really need to focus on is the initial rate, the fees, and the rate it goes to once your deal has ended. If you look on any mortgage advert, and loudly and prominently, you'll see the APRC. The reason is the regulations state it must be equally as prominent as the biggest other rate. The only problem with this is it's a meaningless number. It bears little resemblance to the amount most people end up paying. The supposed, let's say, consumer protection regulation that enforces this display of information actually ends up confusing customers, in my opinion, a little bit. We need a far more joined up way of doing this. So it's meaningless as very few mortgage holders stick with the same mortgage over 25 years. Most remortgage, chop and change at some point, so the averaging over the full term does not make that much sense. You should really focus on the initial fixed or tracker rate and be aware of what the SVR rate is after the period. Focus on the deal period. That's what you pay, and it's only that you really need to compare to other rates. Some people mention fees to me. Of course, when assessing a mortgage, the cost of fees are actually crucial. But before looking at fees, I would advise compare rates and then consider fees. Compare rates in your term. APRC, basically ignore it when considering mortgages. Call me for free mortgage advice and call me if you need any further explanations on this. And thanks for listening.